Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GameCon 2023 post show. Hope I'm coming at you live and clear. Yeah? Okay. Well, that's good. As you can see, I'm joined by the wonderful Chris Regi, our president. And what are you here to talk about today?
Well, before we get into all of the games for the people that have won, I want to talk about the next year of the GDSA team that's going to be carrying this forward and, making GameCon even better in the future. So, to get into things, some of the execs are already here, but I want to announce who those are going to be, and we can give them a big round of applause. So, first things first. First things first. We have next year's president is going to be Haider Ali, who is right behind me. So give it up to Haider. Haider is going to be next year's president. and his exec team that's going to be joining him next year is going to consist of Mikey. It's also going to consist of Isaac. And we also have a couple other returning execs who aren't here at the moment, but that would also be Nazifa Alam and Kar as well. And to some new members who are first years who show a lot of potential in the program are going to be joining the executive team, and I'm really excited to have hired them and bring them onto the team. And one of them is here with us right now, but that is Ridger, is going to be joining us on the GDSA. And the last exec that's going to be joining us next year is Ishan Kishore, who I believe is not here with us right now, but that is your next year GDSA team. So please give it up for everyone that's here again.
Thank you so much, Chris. Very excited to see where the GDSA goes next year, and hopefully they'll do a great job, I know, of carrying on the GDSA legacy. So you can leave now.
All right, thank you so
you're
much.
You're good. If you want to come back a bit later, that's totally cool. But let's bring on Shell Street. Come on in. First we're going to do Shell Street. Hello. Yeah, you can all come in. Who's going to be playing? Who wants to play?
I'll play.
Okay. You got that there. So Shell Street was the winner of Best First Year Game. And so tell us a little bit about your game.
This is Project Scarf. It's a 2D platformer, hack and slash adventure kind of game where you play as this young orphan who joined this rebellion because her parents were killed. She has a very tragic backstory. Parents were killed by the antagonists, so her goal is to make it through the city, taking out like the elites of the corporation, and then finally getting onto the big business is his name as the final boss. Very
cool. Why don't you start? Let's see the developer strats,
I think I have to.
Move the mouse all the way over. This is what happens.
Technical difficulty.
We're live here,
Are we tapped in?
Yeah, where's your... Okay, click in your window. There we go.
There we go.
That would be good.
Okay.
This is going to happen eventually anyway. Don't worry.
Get a little easy. So we have a story cutscene here where I'm going to skip because we're getting into the fun. Okay. Alright, this is the first level. So we've got some like tutorial elements right here. Just pretty standard side scroller, moving left and right and jump sort of stuff. And we got an enemy right here. We can use the dodge roll and the sword.
What's up? One of your buttons is the transition line.
Oh god.
Alright, well we got some, what button is it?
What's your attack button? Left click. We use E, R, F, A, D, S, and Shift.
What is the hotkey? Alright, well, play a little bit more. We'll figure out what it is. Shift.
That's it.
Don't press Y.
Okay. I won't press Y. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. All
there
right.
we go.
Thank you.
It might have been a fun visual effect.
It might have been cool.
We don't know.
Right here we have this funny little sign here. It's basically like an animated, like in-world tutorial sort of thing. We took inspiration from Battle Block Theater with that because they use like a lot of like animated signage and stuff like that. And this is just the tutorial for the player to learn how to get bullets and use the gun, which is this little door. And also there's this dummy here, teaches the player how to use the crit mechanic, which does double damage.
Honestly, I love the sound on the crits.
Thank you so much.
Very proud of that.
As you can see, my rank in the top right is going up because my combo is increasing, and my score in the top left is as well. And then there's the parry mechanic as well, which you throw up like a little sort of a cool looking shield sort of thing. Here we have an end cutscene of the tutorial. You get thrown off a building.
Very impressive sprite work. So who did all the sprite art on your game?
The sprite for that and the main character, the artist isn't here right now, but it was a very long process of like going. There's a lot of iterations. Stuff like that.
I bet.
Yep. There's a little cutscene in here where you fall in. You got semi-solids right here, as all platformers have. Yeah, S rank this level. That was me screaming. There's a very rare chance when you kill an enemy that they start screaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I very rarely remember it happens. Enemy is slightly broken. But we tried to make the game feel and like all the sounds and stuff as dopamine rush and feeling good as possible. Parry the bullet if I'm not bad. Destroy these regular enemies. Ooh. And that's S rank.
Very good.
And I made this little in-between scene transition.
Ooh. See, I only got a B on this level. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we got the first boss here.
Yes.
This is the samurai. It's pretty difficult.
So how many bosses are there in the game?
There's 2 currently, but we plan on 1 more for level up. She does those free slashing attacks, and then she spins around. And if you parry her 5 times before the end of her cycle, she gets stunned early.
Oh.
Friendly tip.
Very cool
But
strat.
I'll run through her attack cycle real quick just so everyone sees everything. There's this last thing. That's flipped the wrong direction, but she gets stunned on her own. There's also phase 2.
So what was who designed the bosses for you?
I did.
So what was your inspiration making this boss?
Dead Cells, honestly, is the #1 inspiration. Like, anyone who's played Dead Cells in this room will recognize these warning signs that's appearing above her head. Just, it gives like a little bit of choreography to the moves that makes them a bit more predictable. I think I clicked out of something.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely some conscious inspiration from the game too. It's just the way that the bosses telegraph their attacks and just the overall fluid motion of the bosses.
Definitely. Personally, I saw a lot of like Metroidvania style bosses in this. Like,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
play a lot of Castlevania games, and like that, you could totally throw a boss like that and something like that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Who's the best on the team at the game?
Oh,
So
definitely.
far, that's
Yeah.
I could beat it in under 4 minutes if I
Yeah?
really wanted to. I can also S rank every level. Not me to brag. A lot of other people could too, surprisingly. Like, we had a bunch of people sit down for like a full hour just trying to S rank all the levels, and it was really fun to watch them like go through that and stuff.
I got stuck at the second boss. I was like,
Fair enough. It gets very overwhelming, especially in the second phase. I'll S rank this level too, just for fun.
In this level, we try to utilize Spark more for traversing through the terrain. As you can see with the points. Yeah, to traverse from different levels of the level.
yeah.
It really helped with the vibe of like going through buildings in a cyberpunk city, having the different elevations and places you can't quite jump to, but you can still traverse to.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think the scarf's a super smart mechanic, right? Like,
Thank you.
You can use it for combat, you can use it for traversal. Like, it's very versatile.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to have in a mechanic, right?
Yep. And that was one of the things that we were really focusing on when we were designing the game, is that we wanted, like, since the whole game, like the titular mechanic is the scarf, we wanted it to have like as many uses as possible.
Yeah.
And have them useful throughout all the levels and just make it fun in general, which I think we did a good job with. And this is the last boss.
At least in the current village.
Yep.
The hooks start especially traveling up to lights and such definitely took a lot of iterations and those to get working properly. It took a long while for it to feel as good as it does now, but we're super proud of how it turned out.
Definitely, and you should be. I mean, like, that's one of the things that impressed me most, how good everything feels. Like, it's one thing to have
3 times to stun them early. Just like you could stun the samurai early as well. The ranks you get in the boss fights are, those are decided based on how many times you get hit. So getting an S rank is no hit.
very hard.
We're trying to utilize the parry mechanic so we can reward players who are more devoted or more skillful in a sense, but also not making it detrimental to players who are not as good at parrying or like feel more safe with the dodge roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. It also fits a more aggressive playstyle.
Yeah.
And that's it for now.
Thank you so much. Before you go, anything else you'd like to say about your game? Anything you'd like to say at all? What are you guys plans for next year?
We have very, very big plans. We're planning on something sort of akin to Mario 64.
Very
Plan on starting work right away.
All right.
Trying to make
Well,
it as best possible product.
keep us posted. We can't wait to see what's next. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, oh, did I switch it back? All right, you get it now. You get it. Okay. What game should we do next? Torn. All right, we're gonna bring up Torn next. Do we have some people from Torn here? All right, come on over. Grab a few chairs. Come on in. Woo! Hello. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, scoot on over here. We'll get your game booted up, and you can give us a little playthrough.
When did you download this? Because
No, it's good. I updated the icon with.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Yes,
All this afternoon.
amazing. So do you want me to pitch the game?
Tell us what you want about it. I mean,
Sure. All right. So this is Dawn. It's a game based on depression and stew. There is no. Oh,
make sure your mouse is
No,
on.
the
I can't see the
cursor
mouse.
is invisible.
All right.
oh,
wait
there
a
we go.
second.
There it is. Oh, he's.
Yes.
My bad. Yes.
Yes.
So, Dawn is a game about Stu. Stu has depression, and you have to help Stu through his depression. So, what we wanted to show was that for people suffering from depression, even menial tasks like brushing your teeth can be really hard. So, what we did was we have puzzles associated with each of the tasks just to show how big of a thing those menial tasks can be. And once you've finished all 4 puzzles, you need to look for keys around the house. And then when you leave, there's 2 endings to the game. So there's a good ending and a bad ending. You get the good ending, there's 5 hidden collectibles throughout, and if you collect all 5 of them, you get the good ending. However, if you don't collect them at all, or if you just collect 4, then you get the bad ending. There's dialogues and voice lines in there as well. We would have liked to add more, but as the way it currently stands, it's, yeah, we're pretty happy with how everything went.
That's great. Are we good to play? All right.
Amazing. Right. So, start. Let's. So, right now, the audio lines here
Or
is
just
fine.
let go for a second.
Okay.
So, who did the voice acting for your game?
It was Scalen. He unfortunately isn't here with us today, but he did all the voice acting.
Good to go. Yeah. All right. You use him.
So this is the graveyard scene, and this is Little Stu. He's sad, And then you pass through this is supposed to be graveyard, and then when you pass through the statue, this is basically supposed to be Stu's mind. And this little boy here is Stu's
Hey, where the hell am I? Who are
younger
you?
version. It says garbled noises. There were supposed to be garbled noises here, but we ran out of time. So it's a
Of
placeholder.
course. Another one of God's twisted jokes.
And then you go ahead, he disappears, and then you go ahead,
Almost forgot to take my medication.
and
I
then
should
you
get
take your
on
happy
that.
pills. And now he yawns, and we hate the yawn. We have heard
Probably
it
get
so.
some
If I hear
clothes today.
Kalen yawn, I will punch him in the nose. I am so tired of hearing this. But here's one of the collectibles you can collect. This is a little teddy bear. There's supposed to be voice lines with it, but we had the voice lines recorded. We ran out of time to actually put them in the game.
I see.
So I'll go for the good ending first, and then I can show you the bad ending as well. So this is the audio puzzle.
Where the hell did this come from?
This was
What
a
do I do?
very cool one.
What?
Thank you.
How do I?
I played through this one.
What? What's happening?
So for those who can't hear it, there's a melody playing in the background, and you need to listen to the melody and recreate it. And there are 5 strings, each with notes on them. So I'll just, because I know what the solution is, I'll recreate it real quick. And this is the first puzzle done, so let's go ahead and eat the pills. And let's move ahead to the second puzzle, which this is the easiest puzzle in the game because
What? Where did all this stuff come
wanted
from?
a puzzle
What's happening to me?
where the player can
Why?
just
Why is
pass
this happening?
just so they have some sort of quick feeling of accomplishment. So you just basically, the idea behind this is balancing the clean clothes and the dirty clothes. So you just balance the scale out, and then you can grab your pill, and then you can continue ahead. And then we have a third collectible item, which is a photo of Stu and his family.
Very cool.
And this is the hardest puzzle in the game. Some people sailed through it. Other people, it took them like 30 minutes.
I could not figure out the second stage of this puzzle at all. I like started staring at it. I'm like,
If you press E, you can actually see the solutions.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you should have probably put that in the game.
Yeah.
But we didn't have like people outside our group playtest it. So when we were playtesting it, we knew the solutions, and we thought it was too easy. So we told our puzzle designer to go as hard as they could. There is a very quick way to do this, and because the solution is the same in every single one, it's the same order you go in. You go up, right, down, and then you select the correct one. So that's the easy solution, because I don't know why the patterns work the way they work.
I see.
So let's go ahead.
I wanted to ask, who did the writing for this game?
I was the main story lead, and then Kalen and Jean-Luc helped me along with it, and Kalen worked on the dialogues himself.
Very nice.
Then we have a little water puzzle. This looks like a token. It's a top-down view of a water bottle, though. So I'll just skip through this one as well. You're supposed to think about the maze and go through it. I'm the developer, so I don't need to think. So we go there. Let's collect. I'll collect the final good item. Oh yeah, that's a chicken wing. Because what was supposed to happen was you go ahead, and at the very beginning, there's an audio that's supposed to play, but again, we ran out of time to implement it. But it tells you that you don't have your keys and you need to go back and find it. So this is the final item for the good ending. And even though you can't see it right now, if you went back and collected all the other keys and came back up, you'll see that the actual key was up here all along. So that's a speedrun start for you. And then this hallway scene is my favorite part of the game. It works very well with headphones on because the audio is spatial. I was working on the audio of it to like make the audio. It was not a fun process. It's a very, if you're not mentally stable, it's not a good thing to listen to.
So I also want to ask, you guys won Best Art.
Yes.
So what do you have to, what's going on with the art about this game? What do you think makes it so special? What do you like about it most?
So Anya is the main artist. Would you like to talk?
Sure.
If no one had ever met you.
So, about the art style, I
People
went
could still
with the
succeed.
paper texture because it's
Everyone else
easy
wishes
enough
that you
to
were
animate
gone.
consistently because it's
No one
just
wants to be
paper
around you.
textures and layers
Stop.
on top of
Stop.
each other.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, there's supposed to be audio back here, but because the volume isn't too loud, you can't exactly hear it. It's not like a long hallway. You're supposed to listen to things. And here's a good ending.
Not
Stu
many
goes,
people have seen.
yes.
No.
And then here's the circus. It's Anya, Ewan, I, Jean-Luc, Kalen, and Jeffrey. I'll show you the bad ending real quick as well. Is it fine that I got F4'd out of it? I should have probably asked.
Yeah, that's fine. What were you saying about the art there?
It's just layering paper textures with scribbles on
Am I
top
good to
of
go?
that because it was the simplest thing to do consistently. And for
Well,
a long
looks like my
period of
life
time,
helping. I
because
could get a better
there's
view.
a lot of art here.
Yeah.
Almost forgot to take my
put in
medication.
about
I should get on.
140
Should probably get some clean
Wow.
clothes today.
into this,
Wow.
just to get everything
I hate that.
Where the hell did this come from? What do I do?
consistent.
What? How do I? What? What's happening?
And the transitions between the mind or the puzzles. The puzzles also have to be consistent with each
What?
other, but also
Where did all this stuff come
different.
from?
That's
What's happening to me?
probably my
Why?
hardest-
Why is this
my
happening?
biggest challenge.
And then obviously the segment at the end of the good ending where it's all scribbled in but in color.
It was
Alright.
supposed to be like a child's drawing.
Yeah.
Almost. So that took me about 2 hours to figure out.
I think that one's not picking you up.
That took me about 2 hours to figure out because I did it too realistically the first time, and then I had to turn back and stylize it all over again.
I see.
But the bad ending was fairly easy and straightforward because that we had that idea from the beginning.
You'll see why it was easy in a second.
You need for like the rest of the keys. It did, you guys did the animations.
Speedrun stat.
God damn, I tried.
It doesn't matter.
So the rest of the guys did the hand animations for things. I just put them on the paper animation, so that it looks like it's unfolding.
fail.
So for the bad ending, we should have probably put in a content warning, but we didn't because we
could still
forgot
succeed.
to do that.
We didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's not like we don't show anything on screen. It's we just insinuate what's about to happen.
Stop.
But
Stop.
still, yeah,
Stop!
if you had to go back, I would put a content warning because the bad ending is you going to kill yourself, and then it fades to.
Pretty gruesome.
It is. Yeah.
But I guess that's why it's a bad ending.
Yes, so that's both of our ending, and yeah, that's about our game. And again, Anya, as the sole artist, she poured her
guys
heart
did
and
the
soul into it.
animations. You
Without
guys
her, the
did
game would not be possible.
Well, thank you all so much. Yeah, what are your plans for next year?
We're gonna stick to a unique art style, and next year we're thinking of doing a voxel-based look, and I'll be working on custom shaders as well. So we are hopefully going to have both voxel graphics as well as a custom shader that makes the game look different and stand out. Apart from that, for the genre, we don't have a lot going on right now. We have a few ideas brewing, but it's gonna be fun. We're looking forward to next year.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you all so much.
Amazing. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
All right. Well, it's time for our next game. And that game is Best Second Year Game, which is Moonset. So let's bring up Moonset. Woo! Woo! Hello, everyone.
Don't speedrun though. Please.
No, I need to see the speedrun strats.
Oh,
At least a little
gosh.
bit. Why? Oh wait, leave the mouse for a sec. He's gotta set the levels. Too fancy. 71, that'd be nice. Yeah.
So, is here good?
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah.
So then, please, maybe I walk us through it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Here. Are we?
Are they good?
You want to get closer to the mic, right? Because you're talking.
All right, you're good to get started.
So first off, I like the dynamic title screen. I think that's.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's start off with the first level.
I'm gonna have to.
Low at first. Sorry, 1 second.
This
was
up to max.
You have to reset the sensitivity. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, slight technical difficulties. I think we might have.
Who set that default mouse sensitivity, huh?
Just to say. Oh, okay. Well,
All right. Well, that's just. All right.
restart the low. Restart the low.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I don't know if anyone has.
I have to get used to the new keyboard.
Anyway, so I guess the first things you notice when you start up the game are the shader and the art style. Sorry, and the music, of course. So the shader is like a color reducer. It reduces all the colors in the scene to select view in our palette. And music, if you start moving around here, it starts to add in more and more levels based on what kind of stuff you're doing. So he's walking around, brings in the electric guitar, and he starts swinging, and it
So it's based on what actions you're doing?
That's right.
Oh, very cool.
So I don't know how fast Dan's gonna try and go, but I think at this point he could have already.
You know, yeah, that's valid. Yeah.
So you have a lot of different options.
Yeah, no, we have the ball. First you can jump, you can swing, you can double jump, you can grab, you can reduce the speed of everything, and when you grapple onto something, if you hit jump, you'll be propelled towards your grapple, and you still keep your double jump. So that's another good option. Yeah, so one thing you might notice is that when you're in slow mode, the timer still goes in real time, which is to incentivize just speed in real time.
Very cool.
So I think it's almost at the end of the first level.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you can.
and yeah, the reticle changes color and size based on how close you are to the grapple. If it's green, then
Very nice, very nice. I've been playing this game a bit, and I think it's a ton of fun. Yeah. So what's the strat here? We're in level 2. So this has, now we got all sorts of moving grapple points. So you're using a lot of the zip ability in this one.
it's the best way to move.
Yeah. Like, that's one of the things I found very interesting about the game. Like, when I first started playing it, I try to swing all the time because, that's the most basic, I think, way to get around. But, after you play for a bit, you start zipping and you start... Oh, is that the third level? Oh, that's cool. But yeah, like, I found, once I played for a bit, I started zipping all the time, and I'm using the fast fall all the time to get more momentum. And great design in that sense, I gotta say. Because you guys didn't just win best second. Oh, this is so cool. It's very trippy, I have to say, but it's so cool. So yeah, I'll point out, they didn't win just best second year. What did you guys win?
We won best second year, best design, best tech, and best sound.
Wow. And I mean, good for you guys. That's great. And I would not say that is not deserved because I think this game is incredible, I have to say. Yeah. So how'd you come up with the idea for a rotating level? Who came up with that? Get into that.
Yeah, so the main idea for this one, the kind of just floating architecture stems from Destiny 2. There's a specific level called Prophecy, and it's got just like a lot of this sort of strange, seemingly out of place, floating objects. And the rooms in those games are always surprisingly big for what they're designed to be, which is basically just like a wave shooter. And I'm thinking maybe we could add some verticality to that. Maybe we could kind of implement the extra space that they have into something that we've got. So that kind of came up with the idea of the verticality of it, and then the moving portion of it does also happen in Prophecy as well. So we're thinking, okay, see what we can do with that as well. See if we can port that over. And yeah, I think it came out great. It's good to hear that people are loving this level, and onto space. It
It's
seems.
super cool. The weirdest part to me in the second level was that for whatever reason, when you're like swinging through the air, it feels like reasonable size, and as soon as you hit the floor, you're like, holy, this is a huge room.
Giant, yeah.
And it's like very cool, very cool.
Oh, are we gonna sense it?
Oh, he saved
You got
There
it.
you go.
So one thing you might notice is that each level has its own soundtrack, and they're all dynamic. They all have multiple levels. I tried to do something unique and different with each one. So this one has got it's just 3 different guitar loops. The previous one, I tried to mix a bit more like fast-paced stuff into there with the drums as well. And the first one's a bit more slow because you're just getting started. And there's even dynamic music
What do you use to compose your music?
I use Cakewalk, and it's all composed live on my guitar. And I use, I believe the plugin's called FL3 for the guitar integration. And
Nice.
of course, we made our own custom audio manager script called Astro to implement it all in Unity.
Very cool. Yeah, I gotta say that's, I honestly, very impressive that you made your own custom script and sound manager instead of using something like Fmod or something like that. Because honestly, you did a great job with it. The audio is phenomenal.
Dan, why don't you show the hyper jump?
Yes, show us some tech.
Strategy.
So, this is something we found when we were developing it, but we felt that it was such a cool movement option that we just had to leave it in. So, this is the moon jump. Dan's
I can go faster. Hold on.
you don't have to go to the best time. Damn it.
You already have the best time.
Dan's got
Less.
less than a minute.
Who's got the current record aside?
So if you spam the grapple jump, you can, it's additive.
Oh, okay.
And so you can just do that.
Try and go to the spaceship.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's actually possible to make it all the way up to the spaceship. A lot of people thought we're in the spaceship.
Yeah, it's not a skybox element.
It's
You can
not a
actually- you can
skybox.
go up there.
It
Just
actually has,
stand on
it has
yeah.
collision.
It's a physical thing. You can just go there.
That's your new speedrunning category. Spaceship. Oh my gosh.
Make it? I don't think we're
I don't
gonna
think
make
it's
it.
gonna make it.
But you can see the level.
Oh my god.
We've hit the peak of our jump.
Anyway, yeah. So that's the. And another thing is, we really hope that people will speedrun it. I would love to see a task in this game because I feel like it'd be wild.
That would be very cool. Train an AI on it. Whoa! All sorts of ways you can just play with your speed, eh?
Man, he's out of here.
Is there anything else you guys think we should show off though?
I think we-
That's about it, really. Oh, why don't you show off the color ones then?
Yes. Because we were getting some feedback about the shader and some people said, like it, some people didn't like it, some people didn't like it.
So this mode increases the brightness, it increases the contrast as well.
Okay.
And that makes it just easier for people to see if they have color blindness. I don't know if it works for all types of color blindness, but from the people I've polled it, they seem to like it.
That's good. It's always good to think about accessibility options in the game. Definitely.
Oh, he's good.
He's moving.
Whoa.
Goodbye. He's gone. Oh, there it is.
There he
There's the
goes. So I guess as we're winding down here, my question is, what's next for you guys? What's the plans for next year?
We have some really big plans. I don't think we're going to share too much.
Okay.
But I think you can all look forward to seeing what we're going to be up to next year.
Sounds good. We'll all be looking forward to that.
All right.
Anything else, or?
Thank you guys so much for the opportunity, for everything. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, thank you guys so much too for sharing your game with us. We got a speed run here.
Let's go for the speed run.
No, this is a mirage. I messed up the first jump.
He missed up one jump.
I can only hit like
And this one as
55
well.
seconds, I think. So I gotta learn the new text.
Yeah, let's try.
Oh, and if you have what you think is a record, post it on the GDW channel.
Yes.
See
Yeah,
where it is right
That's where the happens. Right. Mine's got the current record, I think, like 38 seconds on that one, something like that.
88 seconds.
No, I think we're at sub 30 at this point.
Are we at some 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got 29. I got 28.
29.
So.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think we're kind of good here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you all so much.
Alright, we're done here.
All right.
And we look forward to seeing you all.
Yes, see you at Level Up. Thank you. We wish you luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was very fun. Third year winner, that is the Outreach by Revision Interactive. They are coming up. We got them right here. We got Hello. Hello.
Yeah, here, you can play. I forgot. It literally doesn't matter.
What?
It doesn't matter which one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Watch out. Just move out just a bit. Okay. If that's fine with you.
Yeah.
Why? What's it say? Nobody updates their graphics drivers apparently. Like, I need to like clown on all the GDSA. They're all like, I couldn't play this game. I don't have updated graphics drivers. I'm like, how old are your graphics drivers? And they're like 4 years old, and I'm like, come on. Like they're just ignoring like the pop-ups. Like, I don't know what's going on. We were experiencing technical difficulties. What's going on?
Worked?
Oh, it worked. It worked. All right, just let go for a sec. He needs to mess with. He needs to mess with the audio.
Okay, yeah. No worries.
Are you gonna turn the gamma up?
Oh.
We should.
Yeah. Turn the brightness up a little bit.
Okay.
You remind me, I wouldn't have remembered if you didn't tell me.
All right, we're good. All right, we're good. All right, why don't you go into options?
Yeah.
Just turn down the quality. You don't know. Some
Does this
people.
work?
I think it should be okay with the quality.
Is it just snake oil? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it should be fine.
Okay. Oh wait, let me turn the brightness up a little bit.
Okay.
Just helps a little bit to have it a bit higher than the decent. I mean the default, the decent. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your game. Tell us about yourselves.
So yeah, I'm Shaish.
Yeah, I'm Christian. I'm
And-
game designer. What do you do?
And I'm the programmer, sound designer, and project manager mainly. And then we all kind of did our.
Yeah. Right.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, this is the opening cutscene.
Yeah, so I guess we should explain what the game is. In
Yeah.
case people don't know.
Yeah, that's
So the average is a first-person shooter, but the twist is that there's no mechanical weapons. Instead, you kind of have telekinetic powers, so you can pull objects toward you and fling them at enemies. And yeah, that's pretty much what you need to know. It's in a weird cave.
So you guys have like all the lore for this game written down.
Pretty much. Not
So like,
much of it.
why are we here?
Oh man, that it's very
Like
com-
300 years ago, like
Yeah,
a
it's
wizard.
Future.
Oh, it's in the far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very sci-fi and weird. Not a
Okay.
lot of it is actually in the game, but
It
when we
will
actually
be in the full game.
Okay.
Once we're done that sometime this year.
yeah.
So you guys plan on continuing this
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
into
Very
fourth year,
cool.
yeah, for sure.
into 4th year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
planning on
what we
doing
just-
a
we
like
just
incubator or something with it, or
Yeah, we'll see how things go
Yeah?
next semester. And,
Yeah.
decide then.
always good?
So yeah, this is the tutorial of our game.
Yeah.
It was added kind of after last Fall Expo last semester, based on a lot of feedback. And yeah, it helps. Yeah, so you're kind of learning how to move
Yeah.
around, vaults, learn how to dash. And you learn, yeah, dash in the air, stuff like that. And yeah,
Yeah, this is grappling too. It's another like main mechanic of the game for sure. See the arms,
Yeah.
animation and stuff. Yeah, slowly brings your energy at the bottom there, the green bar. Yeah, and then here we learn telekinesis. So hold right click on objects to pull them, and then it's like that screen will pull up. Hold and release left click to push selected objects. So we have some breakable walls here, which is like just to teach you how to
Very cool physics.
use telekinesis. So yeah, we break that wall. There's the way to go next here. And here you can see if you use the scroll wheel, you can actually choose how many objects you push. So you can take some away. So if you just want to shoot one object at a time really quickly, you can do that.
yeah, and the fewer objects you shoot, the faster it'll charge up. So you can kind of go machine gun mode with one at a time, or you
Yeah.
can do these
All
big
at
throws
once.
with all at once. Yeah.
Very cool consideration
It's
there.
an upgrade. They look kind of ugly. They're the one thing we didn't get a chance
Yeah,
to kind
we
of
didn't have
polish
enough
up and
time.
redo.
So yeah,
here,
this is our upgrade screen.
Yeah.
So here you see your, all your stats, and if you hit S, you can go ahead and equip and upgrade. So kind of like a Resident Evil style kind of inventory upgrade system.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we got the shield ability. So if we hold enough control, we can pull all our objects in front of us and form a protective barrier.
Yeah. So yeah, to finish the tutorial, you have to grab this orb from this pedestal thing, and then you can put it in the other pedestal thing, and the door will open.
The pedestal.
The pedestal thing.
That's the technical term?
Yeah, the technical term. Yeah, we never really had a name for it other than that. So yeah, this is what we called the dome, because again, we didn't have any other cool name for it, so we called it the dome. And there's another dome later on that we always confused it with too. Oh man. So you actually need to have like names for stuff.
That's true. Yeah. So this is kind of the remnants of our story stuff, which kind of teases a bit of what the full story will be. So yeah, these teases the 3 levels we have. So beneath the surface is the first area that we'll be able to play. Then beneath the crystals is the second area, which is in the game, but it's a work in progress right now.
Okay.
And then beneath the fog is the final level, which is not in the game at all.
Yeah.
Which we'll be working on.
But yeah, a lot of the story stuff is kind of not in this demo, just because we didn't want to, it kind of ruined the pacing the way we had it, so we just wanted to make sure it's right when we actually put it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, an absolutely seamless transition. You did not notice that at all.
So, one thing I want to ask you guys. You guys made this game in Unreal.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose to do that instead of Unity like most of the people in your year?
So so I mean, we had a lot of experience with Unity too over the past couple years, so yeah, it is kind of a weird decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, like after last semester, Unreal 5 had just come out, and we're just kind of interested. We just wanted to try it out. And we started working with it, and we just kept on working with it, and we're here.
Yeah.
I wish I could give a better answer than that, but it was honestly just out of curiosity. Was the main reason.
I mean, fair enough, you know?
And we ended up learning a lot.
I could not count the amount of features that ended up in my games because I was curious.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, like this first level has been iterated on like so many times. Like, it's pretty much completely in just like you can't even recognize it from the original level back in first semester. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting. I feel like we started this game like during the summer, so we had a lot of extra time than usual.
Yeah.
And so we kind of got to experience iterating on like a single level way more than we did kind of before. So that's been a really interesting process for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So here you can see like you start to get more complicated shapes in the upgrades. So you can see eventually you'll start running out of space in the game, but for now we're good.
What do you think's the best upgrade? Like, what's your build when you play?
I focus on movement speed.
Yeah, movement speed's the best one.
Yeah.
It's the most fun too, honestly. But I think health though is also a good one as well. If you kind of focus on health, you can get pretty tanky. But I don't think that's as fun as the movement speed one.
You never want to like plan on getting hit, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this arena is kind of the first combat encounter we actually like made in the game.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I remember playing this arena for the first time. It's the first time I'm like, okay, this game is actually gonna be kind of good. Maybe. Yeah. Because before then, like with no combat, it was very hard to tell like if this will actually work. If picking up and throwing stuff will be fun, but yeah.
That's always the best moment, though, eh? It's like, okay, the thing I've been working on for months is actually gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, very comforting.
Yeah, so this area we introduce you to the flying enemies. You can see it kind of flapping away back there. Definitely not bugging out at all. And the AI for these were probably the most fun to make. They're way more complicated than they actually seem. And they have a lot of like, I guess, features that we barely even touch on. Like they pick up objects and drop them off at nests. It's right here. But this is the one area in the game where I actually give them a nest. The rest of the game, like, we never really found a good time since it's like an action game, right? It kind of doesn't make sense to have them kind of slowly going over to nests and dropping stuff off. But see, there you go.
I mean, you made these bird enemies very complex, I gotta say. They got Like they move in 3 dimensions. Like
Yeah, the steering
They go up and
behaviors
down.
and stuff for this are pretty crazy. Yeah, they actually like flap. Like I simulate each flap they do to go up,
really.
and I had to test against gravity and everything. Yeah, it was a very tedious process, but
I did not mean to throw that.
Maybe that's your next project. Bird-based.
I guess. But yeah, I really enjoyed the AI programming for this game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just like simulating behaviors and stuff is really neat.
Yeah, it's really cool how like the enemy types are different and how they just behave, and it just makes an interesting encounter depending on like what you're fighting. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I cannot when I was playing this, I could not hit those bird enemies.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I can barely hit them either. To be honest. Yeah, I mean, one thing one thing we don't teach is that time slows down while you shoot in midair.
Yes.
And that really helps.
Yeah, against the bird enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the final game, we'll definitely try to teach that. I think,
Yeah.
earlier
Oh
on.
yeah. That is on the to-do list of adding to the tutorial. So
Yeah.
probably when we're at level up, it should be in there by then. Hopefully.
Nice.
Just flapped up right when I was gonna throw at it. There we go. The object, there we go.
Give them like a bunch.
Yeah. That's a good tip.
Always want to stock up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like me and Christian play this game a bit differently. I don't know, I gather like so many items and just throw them all at once. I use time slow down all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually when I'm at my own setup, it's easier. I can like go with this mouse a little.
I cannot use anybody else's mouse
Yeah.
ever. Like
Yeah.
the worst is like when like one of my group mates is like, "Oh, just code up my laptop right now. I already have a project open." I'm like, "No, never. It never feels right."
Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably why I'm not playing super optimally right now.
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh
Okay.
yeah, the flying enemies can pick up the crab.
Pick up the other
That's-
enemies and
Yeah,
throw
that
them.
happened really fast, so that's probably hard to decipher. But yeah, the
Yeah.
flying enemy just picked up the crab,
Threw
threw
it.
it, and the crab died on the wall.
Oh wait, oh it's still alive. I thought the flying enemy killed itself, but oh.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, the amount of kind of weird systemic interactions that just happened. Like the flying enemy picking up the crab wasn't something we initially planned. It just kind of happened when we added in the telekinesis systems. I was just playing one day and it picked up the crab. And yeah, even in an earlier version of the game, they could pacify the player. Too.
Yeah,
So they could pick up the player. It was absolutely atrocious.
It sounds terrifying.
Yeah, no, you had
Yeah,
like no
you're just
control.
spinning around and you couldn't get out.
Yeah, and you get thrown against the wall and just like insta-killed. Oh man, yeah. That's like the one thing we hard programmed. It cannot pick up
not
the player.
allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we have a few upgrades now, so you really have to like
Yeah.
puzzle your way into it, eh?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, so you can see I'm giving up. Oh wait, actually this health is better, so let's trade that one.
Yeah.
25%. So yeah, you can see that also the stats, how it's affected since the beginning. The default's 100 for all of them. So yeah, we've gained a decent amount of progression here.
So do you plan on having more of the special abilities in the final game too?
Yeah, so in our second area, we introduced an ability called Pacify.
Yeah.
So it's the same ability the bird has, where they can kind of pacify enemies and pick them up. You can do the same thing. So
Yeah.
you can actually pick up enemies and throw them around.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the enemies also pick up objects, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
crab enemies don't. The crab enemies make their own.
I see.
But yeah, also after you kill the crab enemies, you can pick up their objects. Oh, just got shot. I just feel like there's so many more crabs than normal in here.
Yeah, this seems overwhelming.
Whenever you play on stage, right? It'll always be.
Yeah, this like arena is wave based. So,
Oh, okay.
So they spawn in like those red doorways. As you kill some of them, more spawn in and stuff. And yeah, eventually the door will open and you can go to the next area. Oh, there's one more. It's a trick shot.
360.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And yeah,
So this is you get a multiplier upgrade, which we won't explain. And yeah, so this is kind of the entrance to our second level.
Yeah.
So you can jump in there and kind of go through it. It's laid out roughly, but it's still in development. So there's a lot of performance issues and bugs that we need to fix.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a good time to
Yeah, I think we're probably good on time.
good place to end. Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for showing us your game. That was very cool. And can't wait to see where it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, what game could be next? What? Oh. Net Maze. We got Net Maze next. Oh. We can all play Net Maze. Those of you folks at home, all 12 of you, you want to boot up Net Maze, you can play some Net Maze with us. We're going to play some Net Maze.
Is it on all these computers?
Should be on some of them, I don't know. You got it on your laptop. Who do we got here?
Who's gonna play?
You can play.
You can play.
Can I play? You don't get
You wanna
me.
play? This is Clark.
He's not even. Okay, that's Clark. Yeah. You Clark. All right, come on in.
That's Clark too.
Wait a minute. Why do I know you?
You look very familiar.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu. I don't know why.
Have you worked on this project called NetMaze before?
I feel like weren't you like here last year? Like weren't you? Didn't we fire you or something?
Look, buddy, I don't know what the heck you're
project,
talking
yeah.
about.
I swear.
I'm the sole owner of this project.
All right, is it good, Isaac?
Everybody else left.
You have to full screen the game.
We'll full screen the game. You gotta keep it. Don't touch it. Good. All right.
Are we live?
Alt enter. Yeah, we're live. We're always live.
Enter, go to the settings, and then click full screen. And that's the aspect ratio.
All right.
There you go. Have you not worked on this game?
Call it post show.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey, who's joining us?
Hi Joey. Hi Gabe. Hi Colin.
Hey, who's swearing? Who's swearing? I'll find you.
You're gonna get banned from the net maze.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're not gonna have any NetMaze. Actually, should we show up the settings and like
No.
change it? Well, it's too late now. But yeah,
Settings for 5 minutes. Okay, that's fine.
You don't think it's good to put like a sandbox?
No, just do brawl. All right, ready up.
we can do that.
Okay, so context to the stream here. I'm actually part of this team.
No, he's not. He left the project
he
6
left
weeks
Turncoat.
ago.
He left.
I left the project.
He has to get a job.
Ready up.
Oh yeah. Already up. I think the stone herb ready up.
Are we in the right map, do you think?
Which one is that? Back, yeah, dude, that's a good map.
That's a good map. It's
I
very
think that's a
lively.
good map. Wheels. How many people are in the room right now?
Why is everybody ready?
What? I have to break the illusion. I need glasses. I'm sorry.
Just a little bit down, guys.
Who are you? I've never seen this man in my life.
I think the genuine solution to this when this happens is everyone has to restart the game.
Everyone restart the game.
Everybody restart the game.
Guys, this is what we call the power of the internet, okay? It is,
I just want you guys to know,
it is
Sam did the
2003.
networking for the game. This is all his fault.
And you leave too.
I left the project.
Alt F4.
Alt F4.
And now open it again.
NetMaze.
I hope you guys liked Isaac's background.
I enjoy it too.
Yeah, the year is 2003, okay? It's hard to make online video games in 2003.
For the record, I don't know these people. I don't know where I am. All I remember was I was in a hospital, and now I'm here.
Green room?
It's a shame to stay in the hospital.
Hi, Mom.
Wait, before we start, let's go ahead and show
Let's
off.
look at Funny Man.
Welcome to Funny Man. Name yourself something funny, Ricardo. That wasn't very funny. Oh, 2 Y's makes all the difference.
Don't hit Why is the button to switch between the two stages?
Are you done?
Yeah, alright, set up.
You see, Funny Man isn't all of us. We're all very funny at the end of the day.
There's a little bit
What's this
funny
thing called?
Minor spelling mistake.
Alright, join the...
Ladies and gentlemen,
the 10
please
button
join
5
the
minutes.
match. You left the project. I know that's Clark.
Alright.
How are you playing? Stewie!
Alright, ready up?
Brian! Everybody ready up.
Ready up.
Guys, we're getting our funny up here.
What the
okay?
deuce? That's my Stewie. Who's
Ready up. Mr. Green.
That might have broken.
That might have broken. You guys broke it. You guys broke it.
Best 4th year.
Best 4th year.
That's what you have.
You gonna ask questions, Question Man, or are you just gonna sit there?
Why isn't the game working?
I don't know. You did the networking. I don't know.
Alright, dude, you said this again.
Maybe we can't run it with 40 people in the room.
Oh! Here we are.
That's what I'm saying.
How many people are in?
A lot. It's overlapping, Sam.
Alright, guys.
This is a travesty. There's also NetMaze. NetMaze is a social game where you play as a funny man who is very funny. Speaking of funny, maybe you should switch to Mr. Funny. So the world, Mr. Funny. Ladies and gentlemen of GameCon and the internet, this is Mr. Funny.
So why are they called Funny
Respectfully, you should get Funny Man. I don't know how to phrase this.
Wait, so why are the characters in the game called Funny Men?
They're funny men because they're funny. The internet's a very funny place.
Okay. So what was your inspiration making this game?
We love the early 2000s internet.
This is your fault. You told me you could do this. You brought this upon the game yourself.
Well, you know what to do, right?
Get it here.
Anyways, we love the internet. Sometimes it doesn't work.
We love the internet. We love it. We really do. Alright, everyone who's in
I'm gonna start asking questions now. Why zero sugar Dr. Peppers?
No, I saw it and I was like,
Isaac is having an absolute heart attack.
it actually is any different than Diet Dr. Pepper.
I've tasted it. It's not that
See,
different.
I scanned it at Shopping.
I think okay, maybe we should just run a couple people. So 40 people shouldn't join the game. Okay, yeah, just ready up. Ready up, Clark. Stop joining. We are respectfully asking people to stop joining NetMaze. Stop playing the game.
It's not worth playing.
Questions, Sam.
Questions. So, what's your inspiration for some of the wacky weapons in this game?
Well, you know, we wanted this to be something very fun, very childlike. Something that we could actually play as. Using the power of your Let's wait, freeze the game again. Let's see. Okay. So, you know, for example, the pencil sharpener. What if instead of sharpening it sharpened?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
That is funny. That's very funny. I mean, and we got our little puppet.
Mr.
seems. Yeah. What do you think's the best weapon in the game?
You know, it's a very.
What's your favorite?
It's a very. There's a lot of conflict in an answer that is objective. This player is very popular.
Yeah.
So is the forward line.
Yeah.
So is the toaster. The toaster's very powerful. You know, my personal favorite is the clicker. I love the clicker.
I like the clicker. I love the reload noise. Yeah, he's not good at
To
it.
be fair, so
I'm also
what?
bad.
That's why I'm not playing.
Yeah, I'm bad, so I can't take any blame for being bad. Yes, and we respect you.
Wheels. Do you know what that's a reference to?
I actually have no clue.
That is a reference to the original X-Men movie.
Yeah, it is. I gotta say, those No, it's not Apocalypse. Well, an Apocalypse isn't very good. This is not
Definitely
post-show.
get it right this time.
They better. Oh my god.
Carl here is using the clicker and failing. You were wiped out by the stone, which I can only
That's
assume is a JoJo stand or something.
No, it's the rock.
The bootleg rock. Here's a tip.
Why
You know
did
what?
you,
I didn't work on the game. I actually worked on demo.
Yes, you did.
So what's next for NetMeets?
Why are you acting like I didn't talk to you about this? We had a meeting.
Okay,
There
well,
was
let's
an
tell
announcement.
them.
You know,
Well, for those of you who don't know, the next Funny Man game is coming. It's in very early pre-production, as in it is merely an idea.
It's called Funny Mania.
It's not called that. No. It's early enough where I don't think we should say what we're thinking.
It doesn't have a title. It's just a
Doesn't have
concept.
title, doesn't have gameplay.
But we're keeping it very
nobody was like in agreement.
team. I think we are.
You're not. Doesn't this take you back, sir?
It takes me back to 3. Crawling around the carpet.
What?
Yes, you had a great part of last year.
This is a reference to GameCon.
GameCon. You know, the Lost
Got Wheels.
Wheels.
Followed by a couple other people I didn't get to see. We got 27 seconds left on the clock.
What can we do? Yeah, let's go inside the chimney. Let's see what's inside there.
I wonder who's down there.
Who could it be?
Wait, why did I say who?
Could it be?
Oh my god, is that Hyder Ali?
Game Dev Student
Is that
Association
the man
President?
himself? Hyder Ali?
Does he have any voice lines?
Not in this match.
Alright, we'll try that.
You want voice lines from Hyder Ali? That costs
Time over.
Time over.
I wonder who won. Let's see. Congratulations, Wheels, followed up by the Stone and What a great match. You guys want to do a little sandbox? Let's want to search the sandbox real quick.
We'll give it a little bit of a try.
You should build
We
a
can
really
meet some
cool house.
unlikely friends in the sandbox.
Yeah, maybe that starts by readying up though. Yeah.
Oh.
Sandbox and have some fun.
We're mid-game, by the way.
Yeah, everybody can join now.
Join mid-game?
Yeah, for
Yeah, in
sandbox.
sandbox.
So you can press E.
This has never been done in a video game before. I have to stress that this mechanic is brand new. We made it up.
That's right. And then if you press T, you can go to build. Stop shooting me!
Wow.
Guys,
Wow.
I have a bad
Wheels.
spectators and
Can we get the NetMaze mods to ban this?
yes.
Ban them?
ban them. So you can go ahead and go to build mode and place blocks all over the
You should build like a funny house or something.
I can, and I can change what kind of blocks I'll use. For example, I want
Why does Funny Frick keep leaving and then joining and then leaving?
I think they're trying to ruin it. Why don't we go say hi to Hyder?
We can
Yeah,
do
let's
that,
go
but
visit
first
Hyder.
let me finish. Okay, let me make it two. The creepers don't.
I don't
finish.
think Ricardo is the best person to visit Hyder, to be fair.
Why
Hey,
not?
don't type that in
Don't
the
type
chat.
that in the chat. I mean it.
Maybe don't type that.
Please do not.
Also misspelt it. So Hyder
Don't
Ali
tell
is
that.
talking. Why don't we
Well, I
talk
have
to him real
different
quick?
prices.
Just want to let you know, we are real. All the characters in this game are real. We actually
The
feel
audio's
paid,
really
and
quiet.
every time
Very
you do
quiet.
that,
I'm sure you folks
you
at
are
home
getting
can
a
hear
skin,
it.
and you're going to spend an extra
He's
year.
definitely
Those are
saying
actual
something.
quotes.
Just so you know.
He is saying something. I'm assuming.
What do you think he's doing?
Well, see, this is why I said he would be the best person. to do this.
Ricardo!
He really has something against Hyder.
Never.
Wow.
Also, did everyone leave?
Well,
No, definitely not.
playing Net Maze. I think we need to wrap it up.
Great time in the maze.
I think we got to wrap this up. So, is there anything else you'd like to say before we kick you out?
Go buy Street Fighter 6, June 2nd, 2023.
Thank you so much, Net Maze.
Bye, everybody.
See yas. Well, that was a bucket of fun. I said it's a bucket of fun. Is that not fine? Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. We have one more game to show you. Our People's Gamers Choice winner, and that's Afterlife. So let's get some Afterlife. Yeah, I want that though. Keep it. Okay, squish in here. Actually, I think we might all be fine. We'll see. We're all live here. Yeah, that
should be.
Yeah.
Are you in frame?
See, Mikey, you're the only person who can't complain about this being not the right keyboard. Yeah. So if you're bad at this,
So that's why
what are you gonna do?
just let me play it instead.
How are we gonna play with no headphones?
Oh.
Pure skill.
No headphones. Pure skill. It's okay, I know.
Pure
that.
skill.
Josh plays with no
Instinct.
headphones.
Raw
and we did.
instinct.
So guys, just in the back, please. Quiet a little bit. Ricardo. You specifically, Ricardo.
Poor guy.
We love Ricardo here. It's okay. It's okay. Why don't you talk about your game? Introduce it first, please.
Well, first of all, we are Banana Ocean. We are developers of Afterlife. Would you like to
I'm Oscar, and I'm gonna introduce our game. So our game is basically a game about dreams and nightmares. So at the end of the day, you go to sleep and you have these different nightmares. It's sort of a game about escapism. You're trying to get through the night, but you keep having these dreams to sort of escape from reality. But even that situation's worse than reality. So, are we gonna get into it?
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Sounds fun.
Let's jump into it.
Actually, sensitivities. Yeah.
So why does sensitivity start at 0.1?
Because that's just how we think numbers work. Numbers, they're relative.
Yeah.
Works
relativity.
decently.
What does
Unfortunately, office mice tend to have pretty high sensitivity, and what happened was a lot of people that were testing just didn't have like low DPI or like low sensitivity in general. So as a multiplier, it just kind of went skyrocketed. And so if we set it to like a decently high number, what would happen is most people would just do like a small little movement, and they'd be spinning all over the place. Right.
You're checking your keybinds, Mikey?
Customizable controls.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's actually very impressive.
Fancy features.
And also works with controller, but we're playing with keyboard today.
Yeah.
So, let's start the game. So you kind of start on this like
random dream-like sequence, just a little hallway.
What was that?
What was that? So here's a little tutorial. This is the task list. This is basically, we had a huge problem in the game where people just did not know what to do. So this basically, every time there's something new that you have to do, it tells you what needs to be done next in the game. And so you wake up in your bedroom, you know, the safest place to be.
You initially get woken up by the thud of a book falling off your shelf.
Which
so
was the thing that was here.
first thing you do, go and inspect it.
And read the book. And this is our kind of like tutorial, like intro story sequence. Anyone want to voice act?
There once was a boy who went out to collect firewood. On his way back, he got lost amongst the dense forest.
No,
He was so
keyboard.
lost, the keyboard didn't work. It's getting dark, the boy cried. Soon I won't be able to see. He hadn't brought a flashlight with him. Without light, the forest would swallow him up, and he'd never make it back home.
Or kiss him. It's a double price.
His firewood grew much too heavy for him to carry on. With the fatigue weighing on him, the sound of howls filled the air. If only I could see, I could make it back home. So the boy shut his eyes tight using the left mouse button and prayed. He held his eyes closed for a while. When I opened my eyes, just let me see the way home. And when he opened his eyes, his prayers were heard. A bright light lit up his path, if only for a moment. The boy was still exhausted, and the wolves were drawing ever closer. The light might be enough to scare them away for now. With new hope, the boy moved onwards.
Very nice story.
So who did the writing for this game?
That was me. I did story, writing stuff. There's some more story that'll come closer to the end if we get there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, trying to both get the essence of the game across without being too explicit. So everything very symbolic type feel. Interpret how you will.
So here we are in the first level, where you hold down, as the tutorial said, your left mouse button, and then you let go, and it flashes. So you have to scare these monsters away. This is going to be really hard because we don't have headphones, which is
so
spatial audio.
Yeah.
Keep shooting around and pray that you hit them.
Usually you can hear where they're coming from, but we don't have headphones, so we're praying.
So I'm just going around trying to. There was one.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
there you
gone.
go.
Blind right now.
And so down here we have the UI that indicates how long you've been holding it for.
So the longer you hold it, the more damage it does to your eyes?
No, the bigger
brighter it
goes.
is. Ooh, there's a lot.
Oh, I made it
we
through.
made it.
There
First
we
try,
go.
first try.
First try.
Pro gamer.
Yeah, grab a drink from there. Grab
So-
a drink from the kitchen. There.
The way that we wanted the flash mechanic to work was kind of this like give and take of you're giving up your sense of like your small sense of sight that you already have, right? In ordinary to give yourself a larger sense of sight in the future, right? So it's kind of this like you're make yourself really vulnerable when you're closing your eyes, in ordinary to actually light up the path for you to progress.
Very interesting trade-off, yeah.
What?
I wonder if I've seen this game before.
Yeah, that game looks
It's kinda
familiar.
familiar.
I think I've seen it from somewhere, but I can't quite pinpoint it.
No.
Definitely not in a
Did it win like an award or something maybe?
It might have been something like that now that you mention it. Water mechanic. Yeah.
Water, yeah.
Real-time water fluid simulation.
That would explode the computer.
With the shader. Oh.
Ooh. Actually, I don't think that would be too bad. It's just, fluid simulation. Fluid simulation is the bad part,
One
not the
of
shader
the
part.
biggest feedback we got was we didn't have a toilet flushing mechanic in the bathroom.
I feel like a lot of
I
people
think-
just
Why
want
do
to
you
interact.
need
Like
that?
people just want to touch everything, and
Which is-
unfortunately,
which is fair.
But like we don't have the time to just be going everywhere to be like, yeah, here's this, here's that. We're gonna make everything interactable. I wish we could. We would love to do that, but we only got so much time to be working with.
Where are their dogs?
So you're in a dollhouse.
Yeah.
Oh.
The idea is that you're really small and you're a doll amongst these dolls, and you're trying to get to this mysterious tea party.
So we're in the dream sequence right now.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Anytime you have flash and you go to sleep, it's a dream sequence. So that's like our definitive way to tell if you're in a dream or not. Oh, there's
Ooh.
Tim. So the cool thing about Tim is you can't see him. If you move
You
around,
only
you
see
can
his
see.
shadow.
You can only see his shadow that he leaves when you flash him.
Oh. So he's invisible.
He's invisible.
But he leaves a shadow based on your flashlight. Very cool. Very cool.
So you have to be constantly using your flashlight. There's occasional lightning that will light up the place for a moment, but if you do that, you won't get a sense of where he is.
Yeah.
So you're rummaging through these. Usually you'd come across a door that's locked and then you have to look for a key, but speedrun tactics. That's the best part. You
there he
don't
is.
know where he is until...
Try to
Go, 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 go.
Oh, that's not. Can we just like appreciate Josh and making this fireplace?
The fireplace.
The fireplace.
Absolutely.
Very well done.
And the dolls that originally
And-
took up way too much space.
I already searched that.
Yeah, so just as like a kind of back end like dev thing that happened, apparently when the dolls were exported, I don't know what happened on the Blender end,
My
but
mistake.
supposedly every single individual doll that you would have seen had, if I'm correct, 7 million?
It was something like
7
that,
million
yeah.
vertices.
You know, a humble 7 million.
For one doll.
Yeah, the issue is...
We had about, how many of them in the game? We had about 20 something.
Yeah,
we
they're
had enough
everywhere.
to cross 100
Oh,
million
where's the-
vertices overall.
Oh, yeah,
from
there it
just
is.
the dolls. We ended up fixing that later on, but for a period of time,
Like, why is it
the
shocking?
editor was real slow.
It was
We'll
my
leave it at
mistake.
that.
Whoops.
And whoa, I wonder
that
if this
a-
is something that I was just in.
Oh.
And if you noticed, when the lightning flashed in the dollhouse level, you can actually see outside of the dollhouse is the bedroom. This one.
Ooh, very cool. Very cool.
Closet.
Closet.
You don't have anything because you're broke, just like me.
It's
Just
realistic.
like
That's the
university
real
students.
horror. You're
The
broke.
real horror is the
horrors
money.
of life. You're in debt. Real student experience.
Even though you're living in a 2-story house.
It's your parents' house.
Alone. Well, actually, no. You know, it might not be alone.
It's up to
gosh,
you.
I
It
hope
could
it's alone.
be
Yeah,
your
you'll
house.
have
It could be your parents' house, but you're home alone.
many visitors, especially in your dreams.
Oh, this level's gonna be a bit tough, but
No, don't worry, I'm a pro gamer.
you're a pro
He knows.
gamer.
Speed
No
run
issue.
tactics.
And as you can see, you basically wake up every hour because
Yeah.
that's like how the dream lasts for
We've
like
all had
not
one of
that
those
long.
nights, you know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You just can't keep it in bed, you know? Like,
So this one, you're in a factory, and as you'll see in a second, I'm sure we'll come across one. There's these conveyor belts above you, and robots are dropping down from above.
ooh.
So they're all broken because they just fell down, and they're trying to repair themselves. So they're gonna try and use you for parts.
Terrifying.
And in the same way, as you'll there's one.
And he wants your legs.
He really wants to come here to
He
the
wants
city.
your legs.
But
he
they're
can't get
broken,
your
so
legs.
eventually he'll die off and stop
Ah.
functioning if he doesn't catch you in time.
Oh, he's gone.
He fell down.
Oh, there is another one.
Where?
Oh,
There is another one.
Go.
he should have gotten caught by Jim so he could see the.
So you can
Oh, true.
so you can move while your eyes are closed.
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
So
But
you can.
it's
Is it
dangerous.
slower?
it's still dangerous because you're not you can't see where you're
Yeah.
going.
So I can't get past his face. He's trying to get it. So if I turn this off, this turns off the robot.
But you're also not able to pass.
So if I unplug him, and then there we go.
He
dead.
can't do
He
anything.
dead. Rip Kim.
Nice.
And so this is the last switch, which turns
And-
on the clock.
Whoa.
Wow.
And so once you have the clock, you can go
Make
back.
your way back up.
It's a very bright lit door. Maybe we need that information for later.
If we maybe have time, we should go back and die to some of the enemies.
You have
Yeah,
some very
some
fun
of
death
the-
animations.
I got some
specific
fun
death
Animations
animations
were
I worked hard on the character designs. I think they're all unique enough. Like we got the Shadow Man. I had to make sure his silhouette, because that's all you're gonna be seeing, was very clear. You could tell what's what. We have the robots here. I wanted them to look both human and inhuman.
That would be
5. So is that this? I'm guessing that's different every time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it sets itself to a different time, and you have to figure out what time. That
On the back
represents.
end, all it is just we take a bunch of random numbers and we're just like, hey, we're just gonna calculate the time, and we just plug it in. It's as simple as that.
And so now we can leave. But I do want to get caught by Kim once. Kim, sorry.
Kim?
Kim is. We have
So
some
we
funny
have,
little names.
and
We have
our
Kim
internal
and Tim,
names, we
right?
have
We have Jim.
Jim is the
and
first
Kim.
one, Tim is the second one, and Kim is the name of any of the robots in the factory.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
no.
Kim
No,
wasn't
no,
a
no,
good
no, no,
choice.
no, no.
Don't kill me,
Kim
please.
wasn't a good choice. I was gonna warn you. Okay.
It's okay. Kim died before he could.
So you can struggle out, I guess. By,
Yeah.
So they try to grab you, and then they like let go 3 times until they.
So you'll get some chances just because we didn't want to punish the player too hard.
Yeah.
Occasionally, since they're dropping in from the sky, right? You're supposed to have sound to listen to it, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's really hard to judge when it's like kind of close to you, above you, and then occasionally there'll just be one dropping on your head, which, I mean, happens, I guess.
You don't want to die instantly to one dropping on your head.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll give them a few chances, and not to mention, if we put it a little too far, the threat and urgency comes a lot less. And
Yeah.
if we make them too fast, well, the player's gonna be the player's gonna be screwed anyway. So
Once again, go down, fill your glass with water, get yourself a nice drink, stay hydrated.
Oh no!
But now you realize you're in a dream.
Oh.
So you haven't woken up. Now you're
We have to
basically
go back to bed now.
you're basically trying to go
As
back to
fast as
bed
we
to
can.
wake up.
Because there is someone else in this house.
So when you go down for the water, is the eye there? Is the eye showing?
Where's my bed?
No.
Oh,
It
okay.
only activates when
Once
it turns
Nice.
into. So now where you go from your bedroom, you see it's just the house again.
Ah.
So now you got a little visitor. You might have a little.
He's
Oh
got
my.
got a little excited there.
Oh.
He's coming to get you.
So now you wake up.
Oh god, that's.
You
Once
wake up
again.
from that.
Now you're kind of in an infinite loop until you get to the end of this. I do want to get to the end of it.
So
I'm not going to
nightmares
skill issue this time.
Yes.
are going
Don't
to be
skill
followed by
issue.
nightmares.
Get good. Get
I believe
good.
this.
This part, I have this
Can we
weird
just
thing
go take
sometimes.
a look at him? He's just
He's watching. He's always
there.
been
Does
watching.
he have a name?
This is the Mind Man.
Yes.
So he doesn't have a silly, goofy name like the others, which is a shame. But he's basically the culmination of these thoughts that are causing these dreams. He is you.
Kind of like the embodiment of like of your own terror, right? Like everything else is just like, oh, they're just like things that you make up, and this is like the amalgamation of everything combined.
Very
I actually designed him well before we even thought of making this game. I don't know. I was just like having a rough day. I'm like, there's so much going on in my mind right now. I'm gonna draw whatever comes to my mind. So he's got a whole bunch of eyes everywhere. He's overstimulation. He sees too much, hears too much. He's got horns. He used to have a tongue coming out of his face, but I thought that might have been too busy. Skill, 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 skill.
Run.
There we go. Are we gonna get the good ending? There is a good ending and a bad ending for this game.
So, welcome to Mind Man's room.
Welcome to the interview. Would you like to have a seat? You have no choice. So now we could ask him some questions.
Sam, what question do you want to ask?
Yeah, which
Mind
question?
What is on
is
your
all
mind?
this?
I forgot which key it is.
he's got mouths on his hands. So what should you ask him next? Which monster are you curious about?
Okay, let's
Subtle, hint, hint, nudge,
Hint,
nudge.
hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh.
No one's reading this. I just realized.
Oh yeah, we were kind of just watching.
We're in awe here.
He's sort of got voice acting. I used a vocal synth for him, so it's hard to hear. Again, no headphones, but.
I forgive you. Do not do not.
I think I got the good ending.
No, we didn't get caught a single. No, we got caught once in the final level, but the final level doesn't count.
Yeah, I think we should get the good ending.
No,
This should be the good
I
ending.
think you understand what must be done.
Let's see.
Won't be easy. Nothing ever is. But it will be better.
So now you wake up.
We've finally woken up. There's the sun.
Whoa, it's light
shining into your room. And finally, after all those dreams, you have officially woken up.
Wow.
And that's the end.
Very cool.
I
don't want it to show bad
So I don't know if we have time to speed run it, but if
How are we on time?
No worries.
We'll explain it.
Yes.
Really quick. So we had good ending and bad ending, and so the idea for the bad ending was basically you get sent back to sleep by Mind Man, and you get stuck into an infinite dream where the house, the final level that was infinitely multiplying, well, that you get stuck in that. And so the
Goes
more
on
you go
forever
up,
and
the
you
more
never wake up.
it just keeps going. and
Does
going.
it actually in game keep going?
It just keeps going.
Just
it
keeps
is an
going.
infinite.
Originally, I wanted to add a
crazy.
thing. I wanted to just keep it as you're stuck there, like you can't do
Yeah.
anything. But we were like, it's a game. After a couple minutes, it'll fade to black.
Okay.
You'll
Very cool though. Very cool, I'd say. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, what are your guys' plans for next year?
For next year,
That's a
we
good
have.
question.
It is. I think we've just barely, scraped by this time. So we're planning to hit even harder next year.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I want
there's
big
gonna be
things.
so much more that we're planning. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about with our group to kind of refine our process and planning. And I know that we've come across quite a few errors and rough patches, but I think that's only for the better, just because you need to learn from it, right?
think
Because
everything
if you don't
came
make a
together.
mistake, then I think that's even worse, because something along the way, something should have happened, right? And you're only gonna learn from it.
100%. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. And I think that brings us to the end of the post show. So I'd just like to thank everybody in this room. Thank you all for showing your games. Congratulations on all your awards, and congratulations finishing your games and getting them out there. We all do it, but we all know it's not easy. And thank you to the GDSA. You guys are wonderful. You did a great job. Thank you to all our professors who have helped us out getting this running. Thank you to our faculty members who helped. And you know what? Thank you to you, viewer, for being here. GameCon is nothing without the people who watch it and the people who care. So yeah, that's it for me. Good night, everyone. Good night.